Hey guys, so hopefully this isn't like an ugly setup, but I just don't feel like making my bed right now, so there you go. This week's video should be a pretty quick, straightforward one, hopefully, if I don't ramble too much, but I've been getting the question frequently and just in the past, like, what are your favorite places to shop that are sustainable, ethical, all of that, and then someone on my last video recommended that I talk about just my updated feelings on fast fashion, so I thought I would do that and just keep it real with y'all. First and foremost, if you haven't already seen my video, is Sustainable Design Elitist. You could also watch that. I think it'll probably pair pretty nicely and pretty similarly with my thoughts in this video. But yeah, basically where I want to get started with this is my opinion about the whole fast fashion thing is just that I am not here to shame where anyone buys their clothes. First and foremost, like I kind of talked about already in that other video, sustainable fashion, ethical fashion isn't always attainable for everyone. It's usually pretty expensive, sometimes more expensive than it needs to be, quite honestly, and I'm just not always 100% here for it, although there are some really great brands that I am, of course, here for. I of course love to buy secondhand when I can, and I do pretty often. A lot of my favorites and a lot of things I've even shown you guys on this channel are secondhand, so that's of course a great affordable way to be ethical, or at least fairly ethical about your clothing. That clothing is already floating around out there, so you might as well get use of it, of course. I also have a couple of pieces from Tree, which is a really like truly ethical and sustainable brand. Most of their stuff is fair trade, organic, stuff like that. I've shown stuff also in capsule wardrobes from them. Otherwise, I also have a couple things from Muji, which is a fairly sustainable brand. I guess I don't know a ton about like how they manufacture their clothing, but I use the Project Just website sometimes, which I'll link down below, which kind of just compares and contrasts how retailers are doing. But of course, take everything they're saying with a grain of salt, because you can also do your own research on the companies. But as of late, I don't like to just place all fast fashion into this sort of villainous category. I went to Copenhagen Fashion Summit, as a lot of you guys know, since I was studying abroad in Copenhagen this past semester, and I got to hear H&M talk on quite a couple of panels, Target talk, and also I debated giving this detail on this channel mostly just for like safety reasons, but I'll just go ahead and let you guys know I'm actually interning with Target this summer. So I just want to say, like, unprompted, I have heard a lot of people talking about ethics and sustainability, at least within Target. If there's at least an awareness of it, and if I have like heard them talk about that awareness in more places than just their sustainability report, I usually do give a company the benefit of the doubt that they're at least trying. I don't think it's beneficial to the cause to slap anyone's hand for at least trying. And I also don't think it's beneficial to shame people for buying fast fashion if they need to, because not everyone can afford Patagonia, Eileen Fisher, Tree, like not everyone can afford Muji. Like, I'm just not a fan of any sort of cause that's kind of all or nothing. That's why I've separated myself a lot from even like the minimalist sort of realm of YouTube, even as of late, the vegan realm. I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian, but like people get so upset, or at least have in the past, that I support cruelty-free things when I'm only a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan, so I'm like, do I even support the cause? And I just feel like if people are at least educated, everyone's entitled to make their own decisions. Like, to assume everyone is gonna do the same thing, whether or not it's right, like, of course it's not right to overly support fast fashion or to have like meat for every single meal or just whatever, for example, but like some people are gonna do it, and that's that. However, what I like to do is, in my own life, I like to shop secondhand when I can, but like, for example, when I started this internship, I couldn't find everything I needed secondhand, so I did go to H&M and I did go to Target and I bought some things, and that's that. I'm a college student who's in loads of debt. I can't be spending $80 on like a dress all the time. I'm just like not to that level yet. I'm just not comfortable doing that. It would be great if I can do that one day. I would love to support all ethical clothes, all sustainable clothes one day, but that's just not where I'm at right now. I also just am gonna be honest, I'm not gonna buy all of my stuff secondhand. I'm just not gonna do it. It's not realistic for me, and I don't think it's realistic for anyone to place assumptions that everyone can just shop secondhand if they can't afford ethical and sustainable clothing. Just like, I don't know, keep yourself educated, but stay in your lane, basically. If you want to provide insight to some people in a friendly way, that's totally okay. but just like shaming anyone for however they live their life, I don't think is cool, and I'm just not here for that. And I also don't think I'm the person to come at with this, because I've dedicated most of my college career to studying sustainability. I make a lot of my own clothes as a fashion student, so I would consider that ethical manufacturing to a certain extent. But really, it's not about me, it's not about what I'm doing, it's just about what I've already said in this video. Like, people are gonna live their lives how they're gonna live their lives. It is good to be educated, but aside from that, you kind of just have to stay out of what other people are doing, especially when it comes to finances, because that's such a tricky area. So that's just how I feel. You might feel completely different, but I just wanted to give my opinions and put that out there. Another thing that I think is super important is just kind of learning how to take care of your clothes. You know, if you pick up some sewing skills, if you hang up all of your clothes or most of your clothes to dry so they're gonna last a lot longer, if you bought them at Zara, at least you're gonna help them like withstand the test of time and not just wash everything in hot water, dry everything hot, so you only get like 10 wears out of them. Like, I have a lot of fast fashion clothes that I have been able to keep for a long period of time because I know how to take care of my clothes. So I think that is also important as well. I like never wash my jeans, which is probably gross, but I've heard that you're not supposed to wash your jeans, that it's like okay to freeze them, which I've never done that, but I don't know, I wash them once every few months and that seems to be working just fine for me. So just like, I don't know, little things like that also help extend the wear of your clothes, and I think that's just as important, if not more important, than buying from ethical, sustainable retailers 100% of the time. But I think that's basically all of my opinions on it. Hopefully we can have a friendly discussion in the comments, because like I said, these are just my opinions. You might completely disagree with me. That's totally cool. That's fine. We're all different. We all think in different ways, and that's like the beauty of the world we live in. So thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.